Hi. I feel like I always do this. I disappear and then I come back and I act like everything's fine. But I'm back with a 24-hour readathon. I'll make a video about why I was gone, but this is not that video. This is a 24-hour readathon, as I just said. So in this, I'm planning on reading 2 books. I don't know if I'll finish both of them. I always plan on reading 2 and I only finish 1. But when I do readathons, I don't really care how many books I finish. It's more like the page count that matters to me versus the amount of books. So the first book I am currently reading is The Third Twin by C.J. Omololu. Don't know if I said their last name right, but I am about 2/3 of the way through. I have 130 pages left of it. I could probably finish this in 2 hours if I actually sat and focused. But I can only read in like 1 hour sprints because my brain will short circuit if I sit for longer than that. So this will be done in like 2 hours. Probably 2.5 because I'll probably take a half-hour break in between. In the second book, I actually have the audiobook for in case I do want to take a break from physically reading, even though it's not that many pages. And that is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Everybody and their mother has read this book except for me and my mother. So I figured I'd give it a try. I bought the audiobook for it. Oh, I forgot this was a signed edition. Holy crap. This is a signed edition too. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. It's like Christmas. Okay, anyway. I should probably tell you what these books are about. So we'll start with this one. This book is about a girl who gets hired to apartment sit and weird stuff starts happening in the apartment. Also, Ruth Ware blurbed this book and it said, "Move over, Rosemary's Baby. Urban Paranoia has a deliciously gothic new address." So, I trust Ruth Ware a lot because I really like her books, so did not like Turn of the Key very much, but I do like her other books. So, this is the other one. The audiobook for this is only like 10-ish hours, like 10.5 hours, I think, and I listen at 2 times, 2.5 times speed, so I'll finish this in less than 5 hours. So, I might get another book, but we'll hold off on being that ambitious for now. Jumping back to The Third Twin. The Third Twin is about these twins named Alexis and Ava. And when they were children, they made up a third twin named Alicia, and anytime they did something bad, Alicia was to blame. If they broke something, Alicia did it. If something went missing, Alicia did it. That type of stuff, like just petty stuff. But now that they're older, they use Alicia as a way to go out with boys without the commitment. So they have rules for going out as Alicia, like they can't sleep with the boys, they can only go out with the boys like 2 or 3 times before they call it quits, stuff like that. But then one of the boys ends up getting murdered. This is all on the back, I'm not spoiling anything. One of the boys ends up getting murdered, and the DNA that is found at the scene of the crime matches Ava and Alexis's, and it's told from Alexis's point of view, and she knows she didn't do it, so either Ava did it or Alicia is real. So far my opinion on this book, I'm iffy about it, to say the least, because I am this far through and like literally right here is where the DNA stuff started to happen. Like, sir, we are halfway through the book. What do you mean the DNA stuff is just happening? Please. Please. And it's more focused on, like, the romance aspect of them going out with these guys, which is annoying, in my opinion. Like, I wanted more of a mystery thriller than, like, a romance, but whatever. Also, please ignore the dirt on my shirt. My dog was all over me. So, it is currently 5:54, and instead of, excuse me, please, there we go. Instead of waiting until 6, I'm actually just gonna wait till 6:30. I know that's weird, but I have things I need to get done, so we'll wait till 6:30. Also, this is AM, not PM. I'm up. I woke up at like 4, so here we are. So yeah, I will put a time lapse in, maybe, of me reading. See you later. Okay, so it's update time. It's been almost exactly 2 hours. It is 8:22. I started reading at exactly 6:30. And I have finished the third twin. I didn't end up taking a break. I just read straight through because things were picking up. So I was like, okay, I gotta keep reading. I gotta find out what's happening. Overall, my thoughts on this: 2.5, 3 stars. It was fun and entertaining, but that's really all it was. It was just okay. It wasn't anything earth-shattering, honestly. It was a little naive, a little bit. But, yeah. So now I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. And then I guess I'll start reading Lock Every Door. Okay, so it's been 2 hours since I last checked in. I had breakfast, took an hour break, and I have been reading Lock Every Door by Riley Sager for the past hour. Well, I've been listening to it for the past hour and reading along. So far, I'm really liking it. Like, nothing's really happened. Like, I've only had, like, 2 flashbacks. I'm only on chapter, like, 10. Yeah, on chapter 10, page 72. So, nothing's really happened, but, like, I'm enjoying, like, she's moved in, it's her first day, she's dropped her keys down a vent, she's met the doctor, she's met Ingrid, she's gonna go meet Ingrid in Central Park, so, I actually really like it, and I actually like his writing a lot. I've been really apprehensive to read Riley Sager's writing, because it seems to be really hyped, so I'm nervous that it's overhyped, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna take like a 15-minute break because I'm getting a little sleepy because I've been up since like 3:45. So take a little break and then I'll get back to reading. Hello everybody. Oh god. I changed my shirt. This is a shirt I dyed my hair in. So I only changed it because I got hot, but still reading. Frick. Okay. I'm still reading Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I am halfway through it, this sucker. And I like it. I expected more, but I'm enjoying it. It is 1:13. 1:13. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna take another break because I don't even know how long I've been reading. I guess just sitting there. Just keep going. My sister left and came back. She was gone for a while. And I was reading the whole time she was gone. So, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm gonna keep reading. Well, I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna keep reading. So, we're making progress, though. I'm doing really, really good. However, because we are almost halfway through Lock Every Door, I'm thinking about picking out a third book. I really am. But the question is, what do I want that third book to be? And do I want to read it with my eyes, or do I want it to be an audiobook? That's the question. So, we have a few options. We could start Twilight, Because I actually haven't read Twilight, but I own the entire series, including Midnight Sun. So we have Twilight, but also I own the whole Scythe trilogy, which I've read the first two, but I haven't read The Toll yet. But I need to reread Scythe and Thunderhead before I read The Toll. So I could do Scythe, which I bet if I started Scythe, I have the potential to get pretty far into it, because I have the audiobook for it. So I think I might go with this one. So, yeah. Hi. I'm filming this real quick before I go to town. I literally just finished this. Like, I'm not kidding, like 5 seconds ago. I was standing here listening to the audiobook, waiting for it to finish. This was a lot. The ending was a lot. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna hold off giving this a rating for right now. Right now it's like 3.5, 4 stars. Actually, you know what? It's 4 stars. It's why am I hesitating? It's 4 stars. It's 4 stars. It's 4 stars. I'll talk about it later when I get back. Hi. It's the next day, but it's still within the 24-hour readathon. Literally, I have 17 minutes left. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up instead of reading for 17 minutes because I literally just woke up. I woke up a little later than I usually do, so that's fine. Oh gosh. Okay, so let's wrap up the books I read and then we'll get into the page count. So the first book I read was The Third Twin by C.J. Omololu. Again, don't know if I'm saying her last name right. This book was, I think I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. It was okay. It was more, again, focused on the romance aspect of this, which I get why it was now, but because the boys being targeted are boys that they're going out with, but it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like that it had such a romance-heavy plot line when it could have not done that. It could have done something else. And I don't know. The way it ended was just not good for me. I didn't really like it. I don't really know how to articulate it. The writing was kind of naive in my opinion. I think if this would be good for someone who's younger, and is just now getting into like mystery thrillers, like if they're, I don't know, middle school, beginning of high school, they might enjoy this as like their first thriller book. But since I've read a couple thrillers, especially adult thrillers, this didn't wow me like it should have. The next book I read was Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I gave this book 4 stars on Goodreads. This book, I expected more. I wanted it to be a 5-star. I did. But I did enjoy it. There was like one twist and then there was another twist, and I felt like it gave me whiplash, and it was like, it emotionally winded me because I read it all in one day. So it emotionally winded me. I think if you don't want to be emotionally winded by this book, you should spread this out over the span of some time. But if you want, yeah. And I kind of, when we met a certain character, I was like, oh, it's them. They're behind this. Immediately. And I didn't even know what this was. I didn't know what behind this meant. I just was like, they're sus. Like, immediately. But I liked them nonetheless. But, like, until everything came to light, I was like, they're a good character, even though I know they're bad in my heart. But this was really good. I'm glad I picked it up. But I have higher hopes for Home Before Dark. I do. Because Home Before Dark is a haunted house story, which I feel is more up my alley than this. But this was very interesting. So, I would definitely pick this up if you haven't yet. It is definitely worth the read. But yeah. And doing some quick maths, I read a total of 501 pages in these past 24 hours. That's a lot for me. I usually don't read that much in 24 hours. Would have read more, but I went out with my friends and my family last night to run some errands. So I didn't read while we were out, and that took up several hours. We were gone for like 4 hours, and then by the time we got home, I was exhausted. So I went to bed and I slept until 6. So, yeah. So thank you for watching. That's all for this video. I will be back with a video explaining where I was, why I was gone, what the heck is wrong with me, why can't I upload at a consistent rate. But until then, bye!